In this session, we are going to learn how to add links to YouTube and links to articles in your course and embed them in your course as well. So we are still working on adding resources. So as we get to this point of adding more components, remember here that under Add an Activity, you can choose to add the various activities, and these are graded things. But then you have also resources, so you can add a book or files or a folder or a label or a page and things of that nature, or a URL to something. So the resources are not graded, they are just resources for the students, but then the activities are things that can be graded and the students have to complete them and such. So let's first learn how to add a URL, like a link to an article. So let's suppose we are going here to the library system. So it's library.cairn.edu, and we start our search here. Let's say competency-based education, and search one of the databases, and we'll find one of the articles. By the way, try and explore this. We invest quite a bit in those resources, so try to incorporate those resources in your courses and such. Now here we have a PDF article. So you're going to browse here, you can filter those resources and such and all that type of thing, but then you find, let's say, the article that you want, then click on the PDF link to it here, and this is going to give us the actual link to that article. So once you have the link to the article, this could be on a web page and such, then typically you'd copy the URL from up here. Now since this is a library database and such, you'll have to do this slightly different than copying the URL. So if it were a regular website, yes, you'd copy it from the top. If for articles from the library, you'd look for this linking icon here, the permalink, and then you're going to copy that by right-clicking on it and choosing copy, or however you copy stuff. So in a PC, it'll be Control-C. And then we're going to go back to our course here, and we're going to add a link to this article. We'll click on Add an Activity or a Resource. We'll scroll down to URL, and then we'll click on Add, and then we're going to give it a name. Then post the URL in there, Control-V, like Victor for Windows, or right-click on it and choose Paste there as well. You could put a description if necessary, and then click on Save and return to the course. At this point, the link has been posted on the course page, and we might want to rename this to be 1.3 in this case. And now the students will be able to access and view this. By simply clicking on it, it will take them directly to the article. And there is the link, the actual PDF and such. Now to add a web page, you can also add web pages to your course here. And to do that, we go under Add an Activity or a Resource. Scroll down under the resources here and choose Page. Then click on Add, and then we want to give a name to this resource. Now under description, this is where you describe this activity. You could choose to post that in the front page, but the content of this web page will be here under this area Content. Most individuals, they type it up here on the top and then they get an error and such. It's best to simply type all your components and such down in the content area. Now in here you can put all the content that you want for that particular item and such, and then format it accordingly as well. So you can basically type anything that you want in here, and also format this using the styles here any way that you want, and also use any of those tools that you would prefer from this toolbar. So you can do the lists here, the unordered lists and such. You can hyperlink to other sites and resources by simply selecting the text and then clicking on the link icon here, and then just put the link to that particular website and such. Or you could even link to a document on your computer. So let's say you have a e-textbook or what, you can simply select the words here and then choose the link option, and then browse, and then choose the file that is your textbook. Let's assume that this is the textbook, or the file that you want to have the students click on and open it and view it and such. And format this any way you want. Notice you also have here the accessibility checker. So for certain things, it's important that you make sure that there are no accessibility problems for those with disabilities. And then we click on Save and Return to the course. Now, when the student clicks on it, or you can go ahead and preview it, you can click on it, and this is what it will look like at this stage. And I'd suggest that we rename this.